Hello Sagittarius, Sagittarius Rising, and Sagittarius Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting November 13th, 2017. As you can see, I have moved and I'm working on setting up my new office. So we've got an echo because it's a big office. It goes way back. And we've also got lights not happening right now. So all the bells and whistles will have to come next week. But I didn't want this to be late, so I hope that's okay. If you ever do want to get a session with me though, I am available already to do readings, so you can do so. You can schedule one on my website, integrativemysticism.com, or just simply follow the links below. So let's get started. What's going on with your astrology this week? Well, it's all about Venus in Scorpio, in your 12th house of your past, your privacy, and your hidden zone. What's going on behind the scenes? And right now Venus is, well not right now, but on Monday, Venus will be forming a tight conjunction with Jupiter in your 12th house, your past, your privacy, and your hidden zone. And there's an unexpected gift coming back in the form of a blast from the past, it seems. This may actually be also something that is given to you in secret, a gift given to you in secret, money given to you in secret, some kind of connection there is being made. And this is something that you are meant to keep to yourself. This can also actually go very well when it comes to love, believe it or not, because you may actually find that there is a secret crush or perhaps a secret opportunity to start dating somebody, even if we have to keep it just a little bit discreet. On Thursday, we've got Venus in the very same area forming a lovely trine to Neptune, currently retrograde, in your 4th house of home and family. And there again could be a secret revealed that makes you actually feel the world better about a certain property situation that you're involved in, or perhaps your relationship with a relative. This could actually be something confided in you, something that actually brings peace back to perhaps a friction heavy relationship that you have with a relative or somebody that you share that space with. And there may even be some news coming your way about a change in either the value of something that you own, something that could, again, be lucrative. A lot of fire signs and air signs are getting very good money energy from this week. So this could actually be something that you own, something that you collect, or perhaps, again, a piece of property that you own. You may actually want to consider what you do with it when you find out how much it's really worth. So let's get started and see what's also going on with your cards. Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Sun. Now, in this deck, the Sun is not the same as the Tarot deck. Remember, this is the Madame Endora Fortune Oracle deck. And the text just reads, your perseverance is rewarded. And so this is going to be a week of many, many payoffs. And this is also a card that can indicate, seeing payouts coming, but also at the same time not just deciding to prematurely consider that to be the reward or the payoff. Because sometimes we can do that. Sometimes we can get a good payoff from our efforts. And we might assume, okay, well that's it, job done. Sometimes you have gifts that keep on giving when you get this card this week. And so usually, this card can indicate a need to pay attention to when it is a wise idea to not cash in your chips. Now, I'm not talking about being reckless when it comes to gambling. My viewers have common sense. But with the Sun card upright, it can indicate a need to pay attention to where perhaps, say a relationship effort or a work effort, or even a matter with your health routine. It's not time to rest on your laurels coming though they may be, because again, there is a promise of a gift that keeps on giving if you decide not to again call it quits when you get your first payoff. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Ace of Wands upright. And this can actually be a lovely card when it comes to work and finances, because the Ace of Wands does indicate some kind of new driving energy, getting you paid more for what you're already doing. You may be asked to do it more in quantity, or maybe do it more in terms of, updating a certain way that we do it, or maybe having it done sooner. But the Ace of Wands upright does indicate some kind of incentive being given to you. This could also be a really, really good new beginning as an invitation to a new job for those of you who are looking for new work or looking for a new way to work for the company that you're in, or perhaps even get an invitation to work in a different department or work for a different superior. The Ace of Wands, interestingly enough, does talk about, again, though, a fast, rapid shift, and something that, again, would come with an early payoff. That doesn't mean quit just because you got your first reward. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, and the others in your life, we've got the Two of Pentacles upright. There may be some issues going on with some last-minute schedule changes that suddenly, involuntarily, double book you. If you have been making plans with, say a trip, or you've been making plans with an outing or some kind of event, the Two of Pentacles can say that, lo and behold, something that perhaps we RSVP'd for, something that we already said we were going to do is changing behind our back. And it may be good to actually get a heads up on that. Because the Two of Pentacles says we can still be able to work it out and please everybody. But the problem in this situation is that nobody's letting anyone know about these changes until somebody gets double booked, and you don't want that to be you. Otherwise, we may have some issues crop up. Either we may not be able to go, we may have to make some unnecessary sacrifices, but the Two of Pentacles is saying so long as we're able to keep ahead of that game, it's not going to be an issue. But don't take for granted that other people are as organized as you. For your challenge this week with fire, we have the Ten of Cups reversed. And this card is interesting in its own way because the Ten of Cups reversed is basically a warning about, again, things that seem perfect on the outside, but they're anything but on the inside. And this could have to do with people, this could have to do with proposals, this could have to do with anything that an image a person is trying to, kind of project, on you. And when we have the Ten of Cups reversed, just remember, anything that tries so hard to look picture perfect, on the outside is probably this week trying to cover up for, I guess you could say, a deal-breaking flaw on the inside. This may actually be something that, does cause you to need to pay a bit more attention. Nowadays, now that optics, and marketing and impressions are so important, a lot of people are much less scrutinizing of how meticulous some people are. One of the things that, that you can learn from this card is that, just because somebody works really, really hard to make an impression doesn't mean they know how to keep up that impression. This is figuratively somebody writing a bad check. For your emotions with water in your romantic life, we do have the Ace of Swords reversed. There could be some power battles when it comes to love and relationships this week. The Ace of Swords reversed can talk about misapplied power. And this could have to do with perhaps you and a partner or you and a crush actually getting into a bit of a tug of war or a bit of a power struggle yourselves. The Ace of Swords reversed could indicate somebody who should have been speaking up all along, finally speaking up, but it is technically out of turn, even if it's wholly necessary and not necessarily a bad thing to do. The Ace of Swords reversed can indicate as well, if there is a fight or a misunderstanding over these kinds of things with your dating partner, with your romantic partner, the Ace of Swords reversed is saying, again, there's something out of balance here. We've gone away from looking for the win-win, and somebody's trying to get a win for themselves. And sometimes when people do that, there's usually an underlying issue. The Ace of Swords reversed can, for those of you who are single, however, and maybe you're just chatting people up, can present a turn-off this week. And maybe with that Ten of Cups reversed, it could be, you deciding to forego continuing to explore something with one person for another. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com.